My dear beloved son, by the time you read this letter, I will have returned to the sacred flame. It is said that our lives are nothing more than a leaf tossed into the breeze, that we drift, flying about in confused circles, awaiting our arrival upon the ground, where we will disappear into the fabric of the universe. My son, this is true for all of us but you. You are the tree, my boy, my baby boy. You are the weaver of the dreams, and I could never be prouder of the man you've become. When you first arrived in Ember, I knew your face. I knew your heart, your soul. Those dark curly locks falling in front of eyes too old for your age. You had a greatness in you even then. When you walked up to me, of all people, and you took my hand, standing, beaten and torn robes, with tears of joy rolling down my face, or for years of prayer, that I would be gifted a purpose in the world. You were my purpose. And then I looked at the stars, and I beheld a twinkle in your eye. And when I watched the sand shift on the dunes, I beheld the motion of your hands upon the land. You saved us, child. You saved us. And as I promised you, I will take your secret to the grave. None shall know of your agreement, not even my nephew Blaze. It's getting harder to speak now, my boy, and fear is having trouble writing the words of a dying man. I love you, my boy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't see your new world. I know it'll be the most beautiful creation in the universe. I'm so proud of you, Dad.
Hello, Grumpy Owls, and welcome home. And very emotional intro. That is the death of the architect's father, who did not make it into the new world to see his son's creation. And nice little kind of play into the architect's childhood. And very, very actually hard piece to write. First of all, I want to thank Rivethead so much for doing that. It is a very hard thing to be an actual father and try to write, and then, you know, hard enough doing that, and then hard enough to actually perform that. And, but Rivet is a true professional, of course, and also an amazing father, and that's why I chose him to read that role. So thank you so much, Rivet. And guys, we are back here in home, and look, we've got shaders. We've got shaders back. Oh my goodness, we have shaders back. So good. So there's some flaws in this. Optifine has come out in an alpha. Let me show you guys. So we are in Optifine HDU E3 Alpha 8. I know, it's a whole bunch of stuff. It's an alpha version of Optifine, which did allow shaders to come back. And I am actually in, let me show you guys real quick, the Sealer's Vibrant Shaders version 1.17. So it is also in an alpha as well. And it is now raining. Okay. And we are here back in Scorn. We are outside of Scorn because there's some stuff I want to show you guys on the inside of Scorn and right on the edges of Scorn. So, first of all, story. So we are coming to a plot arc in our story. And it is basically a point where there's a large story happening, with the architect's father passing away, is meant to represent the end of that story arc. And that usually happens with a big character death. And while this was not a very large character in the way of there was not a lot of like actual audio, it is a large character death in the way that it was an important character for the architect and for his story in general. So, well, his character in general. So it is a big deal, and it was very difficult to write. But we are moving into one more letter from the architect, and it will be a letter addressed to the council. And then after that, we are basically back into the smaller stories for a bit. And there's some bigger stuff in the plans, but I want to concentrate heavily on the lore of the locations coming up. So we're going to be really getting into that, and I'm kind of babbling until the sun gets over there in general. I want to show you guys some build stuff. So the Walls of Scorn. We have a plan. These are the Walls of Scorn. Make sure you guys get a decent view of that, which is why I wanted the sun behind me. What I've done is I am increasing the evil of Scorn. It was really what I was trying to go for with this. Scorn was getting to be too green and too lush looking, in my opinion, and I wanted to bring back the terror. I wanted to bring back the slightly sinister thing with Scorn. So I have used a lot of nether brick recently, and nether materials, as you can see on the ground. And what we've done is we have created the, like, walls of, like, fire, essentially. Really cool, like, visual here. I've taken a bunch of nether brick blocks, a bunch of nether brick stairs, and nether brick fencing. And what I've done is I've tried to just make these kind of jutting pieces of rock that just stick out of the side. And I will have them on the other side as well. But I want this to circle all the way around. I'm probably going to stop it here, actually. The jungle itself is almost a barrier. And you see this a lot in a lot of different fantasy builds. Like, the wall will not go all the way around. This is a natural barrier. It is very hard for an invading kingdom to actually come into a jungle or a swamp and actually invade from the land. So that's what we're going to go with on that side. I do want to wrap this up around a bit here, maybe. But that's a whole other thing, and I need to, I'm going to work on some stuff in the entrance again, too. And going back down here, and like I said, having these shaders back is so nice. If you notice, I've been doing a bit of work. Sorry, that was for banner, which, by the way, Scorn has a banner now. I want to show you guys this banner. So, let's see, do I have one? Yes, I have one just sitting with me. Okay, I'm trying to get a good light. There we go. So this is the Scorn banner. Lots of sharp angles with the fire on the bottom. This is kind of the design I really wanted. It's got a little bit of color on the top, and we've go down into a fade into the black with the fire, and it just kind of said Scorn to me. So very happy that we have a banner now. And that, oh, hello horse, oh my god, you scared me. The banner is hanging in different places here. It's very hard to see now because the sun is in a weird spot. But and I've got them hanging out here. I'm probably going to put more of them on the little hanging pieces out here. I still need to build a couple more of these, but I probably will put them in places out here as well. Oh, and it's raining now. It's raining. Oh my gosh, Scorn looks so cool in the rain. Like, it's almost like I just don't want to stop the rain. It's going to get super dark, though. Like, it's going to get really dark for you guys, but, like, this place is so creepy in the rain. I love it. Okay, I will make the rain go away. Go away, rain. But when you guys are definitely, like, when I do a world download, walk around Scorn in the rain. It is really cool. But yeah, we have redone bits of the road here, and it looks great. I'm really happy with it. I wanted to bring in just a little bit more like dark colors, and I've also utilized soul sand mainly as kind of a mud. So like you slow down in soul sand, and I was like, well, that could be kind of cool use for like mud and stuff like that. So we went ahead and put a little bit of that in there. I've also put in a couple more buildings over here. Nothing too bad. Nothing too crazy either. We did have a large plant growth on that one. I'm trying as I can to like fit in some of these little like overhangs, just things that give a little bit of a like barrier. When you're building in outside areas like this, it's a very easy thing to just throw up a wall. Now, Scorn is raised, so we can't have that happen, where I can't just put up a wall everywhere. So what I've done is I'm trying to create these little overhangs, and I think I'm going to add one to our little shopping area over there too. But I'm adding these little overhangs, and what this does is it gives a like almost invisible separation. We are now in a different place. But if we come down here, we are back in the area that like leads down to the fishing place and into the inn. And I have actually gone in and done all of that, and I think I showed you guys that last episode. But what I do want to do is eventually I want to add a little bit of a place right here. I want to add a little bit of a topper, and that's fairly easy. Really what I've done is I just kind of grab a couple of these like slabs here like this, and what I'll do is I'll just kind of extend them out. It's not too hard of a process. Get yourself a generic organic shape. Good idea to bring it down from something. And it doesn't matter if you get like these full blocks, because the full blocks are not a problem. You basically just slap something on the bottom section of them instead, and it ends up looking pretty nice in my opinion. And then let's see, come down here. Let's do just one there. Fill that up a little bit. Pull that there. And let's see, what else can we go with on this? Let's just go ahead and do that. That's not bad at all. And we don't need anything particularly in the middle section underneath that. We'll just leave it as is. And I'm going to kind of give this like a surrounded feeling. So let's see. Let's do that. That's not too bad. I don't mind that. I don't like that. I don't mind that. And then let's do right there. Okay, so that brings that in. Check the other side. Okay, the other side needs some of this like oak here. And let's pull that forward, do this. Let's go ahead and try to pull this down, I think. I think that's going to be good. Pull that down one more. There we go. Okay, so it's not super pretty, but that is not a problem. Scorn is not a super symmetrical, pretty place. So now we have this little bit of an overhang up here, and it kind of separates your area. This area actually might almost be cool with like an overhang type thing. So we might do something like that in the future. And I think I'm going to knock that out. And then another good thing to do, aside from putting in just our normal little bit of stuff here, which I think that's a little too much on that side. What are we at? That level and this level? Yeah. And then we'll just grab some of this jungle leaf. What we'll do is we'll pretend like this is coming down here. So let's grab a little bit of that. That's going to be too short there. And then over here, let's see, what can we do? We can take that out. I think we're going to go a little bit more that direction. Ooh, we can connect this up like a vine, and that'll look cool. Alright, there we go. And let's see, do we want the bottom of that? Yeah, bottom of that right there. So now we have this like little vine that hangs in right there, and there's more rain. So very cool. We have another little just overhang, and that's something really easy to do in a kind of organic place. Makes it definitely feel a lot more alive. And yeah, Scorn's going good. I'm loving Scorn so much. And I filled all of this in over here. Let's see if I can do a time set noon. Give it an overhead. There we go. So I've done this as well. So all of this stuff down here has been changed over to the nether brick. I am running into a little bit of a problem where there's a lot of nether brick. I kind of like these pieces like this, but I don't know. Like, some of this is podzol, and some of this is grass. I'm trying to take all of the grass and just kind of turn it into the, like, pathing stuff. Mainly just because I want it to feel like it's all walked on and beaten on. And I think we're doing an okay job on that. So, the docks, of course, are not going to have any nether. They're going to remain as they are. I'm thinking I may knock out some bits here and there, so something like that. But my one issue I run into with that is the freaking villagers are idiots in this world. Like, this is an entrance into that place. Let me see if I can grab a torch real quick and get a little bit of lighting. So, oh, that was the wrong button. There we go. Yeah, the villagers are kind of dummies. So we are having an issue where we're getting a lot of villagers in the water, and they're just going all bizarre and stupid. But, you know, it's going to happen, I guess. And I'm starting to build some visual, like, stuff down here. I've gone in and... Can we go underwater? Yep. I've gone in and pretty much done most of the underwater decoration in this area as I can. Fallen trees and just stuff in here. The glass looks a little weird right now, but looks really cool from up top with that methane look, which is something Tim gave me. And my new plan, after we're done doing wall stuff up there... Oh, that wall's going to look so cool. Look at that. That's going to look so awesome. Like, especially with the skull, like, it's just going to wrap around. Oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. My next plan is over here. This big area. What I want to do with this is there are two separate sections of this that drop down here. I want to connect into the middle of this and do a couple of circular buildings. I think I want to kind of do a marketplace over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, like, I kind of want to do a big circular squat building, like here, another one that connects to it, and then a third one that connects to it as well. So basically we're going to have a couple of buildings, circular buildings, with some wide, low, cone-shaped roofs at different heights that connect. So when you look down onto this area, you're going to see three kind of just big circles, but they're all going to look like they overlap each other. And I think that's going to look really cool. And I think it's going to be a good marketplace. And I think my main connection point is going to be down there. We do have this area, which you can get to by walking around this side of the Witch's Coven. But I think I want to put an entrance right here. I might do something here, though, because we do have this area down here. So this is an area of my dislike right now. This was originally going to go toward the Witch's Coven, but this bridge took over. So this area down here, I might do a crossover bridge from here to here, and then do an entrance. So I don't know. I'm planning some stuff. Any of my build crew, let me know what you think about this in the Twitter DM that we got going. And I do want to start building onto the other fishery over here, so that'll happen too. But guys, big story arc is now ending. Scorn, we are actually in like episode maybe 6 or 7 of Scorn, and we were going to do 10 episodes per kingdom and then move on. That is still going to be happening. So I'm already in talks for planning stuff for Ember. There is a really, really cool new thing that's going to be going on there, different than the original plan for Ember. So, still in the canyon, still a mesa, but a different build, different society build. And it's going to be really cool. Really, really excited about it. But yeah, so for now, Scorn is going to be as it is. I'm going to be still building here. We've still got 3 or 4 more episodes in here, and that's a lot of time. That's about a month worth of actual build and record and stuff. So we've got a lot of building still to go in here, and then we'll start on Ember, and it's going to be so cool. And we're going to go into some more stories, and for Scorn, where you have one more letter from the Architect, that's going to be our story arc. And then I'm actually going to do a couple of little things for Scorn still. A couple more voice actors and a couple more characters. And I think it's going to be cool. So guys, let me know what you're thinking of the series, by the way. I'm enjoying it so much, and I hope you guys are too. Just let me know what you guys are feeling with it. And if you guys have any like letters to the Architect you want to do, those are still open for you guys. You guys are free to write letters. You're free to create stories. There is a larger story. I want to keep that as something I'm doing. So try, when you're writing the letters, not to include them too much into the story, where it's an altering thing of mine. But like the stories that like Sunfire came up with for the blacksmith, fantastic. What Saren and Draco, so C and D4 did for the inn they wanted to start, absolutely fantastic. Klatos with the Guild of Whisper stuff, like all that stuff, like that's smaller things that are super cool. And so if you guys want to do something like that, just let me know. I would love it. I would be very, very excited. So guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Welcome home again, and thank you guys so much for all of your love with the series. We still got a long way to go, guys. Long way to go. Just with the kingdoms, it's 70 episodes. Just with the kingdoms. And that's not including when we start coming to different kingdoms randomly and building things and doing all sorts of cool stuff. Alright? So guys, take care. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Alright? Bye-bye.